Hello, welcome to Pythia's Prophecy Tarot. This is a general reading, all signs, freewheeling Friday reading, okay, for all signs, and I will timestamp it. Let's start with Libra as we're in Libra season. Happy birthday, Libras. So let's get started. What's the message here for Libra? What is the message for Libra? What's the message for Libra? Message for Libra, please. Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups, and we've got the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So Libra, you could be worried about a partnership, okay? Worried about starting something, maybe, right? Like a new partnership. This could be something new. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups as well. Something that you wish to move towards. It could be a new job or a new relationship. It doesn't seem that straightforward though, or you're worried, right, for some reason. With the Priestess here, there may be things you're not aware of, okay? There could be things here you're not aware of, and that could be causing some confusion. Let's see. Libra, what's the message here for Libra? Why is the Eight of Swords there for Libra? We've got Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Okay. So you may be worried about starting this new partnership. Okay. You could be thinking that maybe you're being hasty in exiting another partnership. Maybe you're moving too quickly. Let's look at this Three of Coins. Why is that there for Libra? What is this? The Moon. And the Hierophant. Oh, sorry, the Emperor. The Emperor. Yeah, that's the thing. I think there's a lot that you're not aware of. Okay, we've got that Priestess there, which is silence. Things that are not known. With the Moon as well, things aren't clear. And maybe you're unsure how to deal with this situation. Okay, I think Libra, you like to be in control. And not knowing anything about this is not sitting well with you. Like, it's like you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Okay. Let's look at the Ace of Cups, the Eight of Swords, and one more, the Nine of Cups. Yeah. You need to release yourself from your fears, though. Go for what it is you truly want. Okay. You could be having someone advising you here with this Eight of Swords, regarding this new opportunity. But I think you like to have all the facts, and it's good. I mean, you do need to have the facts, and I think there's just a lot about this that is not clear. Let's see. Let's look at this Knight of Wands. The Four of Cups. Yeah, you may be turning down something else, okay, in order to move towards this opportunity, and that's got you worried, right? You're not sure if you're being hasty in turning down something else. Yeah, the Hermit. You've sort of turned your back to this. Maybe you're not really, with this Hermit, it feels like being focused on what it is you truly want, right? Which is this Ace of Cups opportunity. Because we've got the wish fulfillment attached to that. I think you're wondering if you're moving too quickly, but the fact is that, with this Four of Cups, whatever partnership you were in, it hasn't satisfied you, it hasn't really fulfilled you, and it's time to maybe turn your back to that and focus on what it is you do want. Let's look at the Moon. Yeah, the Fool. I think you're wondering if you're going to take a risk. Are you going to take a fall here? Because there's just a lot you don't know. But sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith, right? If this is truly what you want, I think you've just got to take a leap of faith. Let's look at the Emperor. Eight of Cups. And one more. Knight of Swords. I think before you go all in on this new partnership, right? Before you walk away from an existing job or some other kind of partnership, you you like to be in control. You want to have all the facts. I think that's the thing. You want to have the facts. With this priestess, there's a lot you don't know. Okay, let's look at this Eight of Swords here. Eight of Wands. See, someone's urging you to move forward. Somebody is trying to help you get over your fears, to go for this. Let's look at this Nine of Cups. The Magician. Yeah, it's like they're telling you that it's time to make your dreams come true. You can make this happen. You just need to take a leap of faith. You need to make the decision to go into the unknown. Okay, but I feel like that's very scary for you. Okay. I'm going to get another card on the Moon. Let's look at the Moon again. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. See, there's a lot of fear. So you could be getting into some kind of analysis paralysis where you're thinking about this and you're really afraid. It feels like a leap into the unknown and you're very fearful. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I can get some advice for you that might help you. What is the best course of action here for Libra? What's the best course of action for Libra? What is the best course of action here for Libra? What's the best course of action here for Libra? The Magician. Yeah. I think it's about making things happen, Libra. It's an air of manifestation. It's not the time to hold back here. Okay. Yeah, we got the Page of Pentacles. It's about taking that first step. You know, you have everything you need to take this first step, okay, towards making your dreams come true. And it's about going for this, because with the Magician, it's time to manifest now. Okay, it's not a time to hold back. So yeah, so maybe that will help you. Okay, so let's move on from Libra to who are we moving on to? Scorpio. Okay, what is the message for Scorpio? Scorpio, what's the message? Scorpio, what's the message here for Scorpio? What's the message for Scorpio? Guys, if you enjoy the readings, please do take a moment to hit the like button, okay, and to subscribe if you haven't already done so. It really helps the channel. It's invaluable. Okay, so let's get back to Scorpio. What's the message for Scorpio? Message for Scorpio. Four of Swords, Eight of Cups, and Six of Coins reversed. Okay, with the Nine of Swords. Scorpio, you seem to be anxious. There's a lot of worries here. Okay. With the Four of Swords, it's an air of recovery. There's an energy of recovery. There's an energy of recovery and of leaving something that doesn't suit. Okay. And with the Six of Coins reversed, it's a feeling of things being unfair. Things being unfair. So there's anxiety about this. Okay. Let's see. For some of you could be having health issues, okay, about this, like really stressful episodes. Do be careful, okay. Let's see. What is this Four of Swords about for Scorpio? The Nine of Pentacles and the Moon. Okay. For some of you, Scorpio, there could be a lot of fear of the unknown, okay. There's anxiety here, maybe about whether you can be independent, right? About doing something on your own or pursuing, standing alone, something like that. Some of you could be afraid about whether you can be on your own. Okay, let's look at this Eight of Cups. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Some the thing is, with this Five of Pentacles, there's a real feeling of lack, of a feeling like you can't do this. With the Eight of Pentacles focused on collaborations, because in this Eight of Pentacles, if you can see, there's a Three of Pentacles that he's working on. So it feels like Scorpio, I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio who is worried about going it alone, okay? Like they feel they have to be in a partnership. With that Five of Pentacles, there's a real feeling like they can't manage without a partnership, okay? This could be in work, this could be in love, right? But there's some kind of feeling where they don't think that they can manage by themselves, okay? Now let's look at the Six of Coins reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, and the World reversed. So Scorpio, you could be thinking this is unfair, that you have to do this on your own now, okay? With this Ace of Cups reversed, maybe you think it's unfair that someone doesn't feel the same way. With the World reversed, this could be about a feeling of not being complete, right? Yeah, I feel like the energy I'm getting is of someone who wants to be in a relationship or a partnership, and is not comfortable being on their own, okay? And so there's a lot of fear around that. There's a feeling of insecurity, Scorpio, that you can't do this, okay? You can't do this on your own. You need you need a partner. It's almost like you don't feel complete, okay, without that partner. Okay, let's see. That doesn't seem right though, because obviously you can manage, okay? But maybe many of you have just gotten used to the idea of being with somebody, if it's a love relationship or always working for someone, you know, something like that. You've always felt like you couldn't do it on your own with that Five of Pentacles, okay? And I think now it's time to leave that behind as well. Let's look at the Moon. Yeah, Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups reversed. Yeah, there's a lot of regret over this. There's fears. There's fears as well, okay? Maybe someone's had a change of heart, okay? And there's, you know, with that Ace of Cups reversed, they're not interested in this relationship anymore, or a job partnership or something. And you feel with the World reversed that it's not complete. Like this person, it's not successful, you know, without this person. I feel though with that Five of Cups reversed that although you're mourning this loss of this opportunity, whatever that Ace of Cups is, but that Five of Cups reversed, I think you probably almost need to get over it, because I think you actually have what it takes to be fine on your own, okay? Let's look at this Five of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. Yeah, some of you, you know, you feel like you can't be on your own. That's what I'm getting, like a real fear of managing a house, or managing your own affairs, right? You feel like you can't do this. With the Lovers, yeah, you know, maybe for you, some of you, I mean, it's possible if it's a relationship that someone's moved out of the house, okay, and you feel like this is really unfair. They could have chosen someone else, you know, and many of you are very afraid of managing on your own. Let's look at the World reversed. Yeah, the Emperor. One more. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you feel like you're not complete without this person. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, okay? A spouse maybe, but I think in many ways, Scorpio, you've given up your power here to this person. You are absolutely able to make it on your own. I think it's just the fear of the unknown here, okay? And you can be this for yourself. You can be the Emperor and the King of Pentacles for yourself, okay? That's what I feel. I really feel like it's somebody who's very stressed about being on their own. Maybe they're newly divorced, okay? It could be someone who's newly divorced or is staring at divorce, and is very afraid of the future. In which case, please don't be, because I think you've got this, okay? Let's see, can we get some advice that might help for Scorpio? What is the advice here for Scorpio? What is the advice that might help Scorpio now? Six of Wands. And this is a very confident energy. This is an energy of success. Okay, I think Scorpio, you're being encouraged to be confident, to put yourself out there. You will get attention. You will be successful. Okay, you can manage very well without this person. That's what I'm getting. It's just a lot of fear of the unknown. Okay, let us move on to Sagittarius. Sag. Just gonna have a sip of tea. Okay, message for Sagittarius. What's the message here for Sag? What's the message for Sagittarius? This freewheeling Friday message for Sagittarius. What's the message for Sagittarius? Eight of Wands. Message for Sag. Lovers. And the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Justice. Okay, Sag. So there's fast movement here towards a soulmate connection. Okay, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's fated as well. There's a fated fast movement towards a soulmate. Wow, with Justice as well, it feels like something that is karmically correct. It's right and it's time for this. It's the right time for this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Message for Sagittarius. What's the message for Sagittarius? Gosh, these cards are just flipping. Okay. What is the message for Sag? Why is the Eight of Spears here for Sag? Five of Swords reversed and the Empress reversed. Wow, so there's fast movement here because with the Five of Swords reversed, somebody's very clear. With the Empress reversed, I feel this person has hit a dead end, okay, in their life, or yeah, there's some kind of dead end situation that they're in with the Empress reversed, and this, they're keen to move on from this. Okay, now this could be you or someone else, but there's a feeling like they've hit a dead end, and you know, it's almost like hitting a wall and ricocheting. It's like they know they have to move. Okay, and so there's fast movement. Let's look at these Lovers. Eight of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, they're getting over their fears here, right? They've gotten over their fears. They're very clear now on you with the Queen of Pentacles. They see you as the right choice. This is someone who sees you as the right choice. Or this could be you seeing someone else, okay, if you're as the right choice. Let's look at the Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. And one more. There's a Wheel of Fortune there for Sagittarius. Ten of Pentacles reversed and Strength reversed. Okay. Yeah, see, with the Eight of Wands reversed, this person was blocked in the past. This relationship or connection was blocked. But now it's the right time. Okay, it's the right time now. It's the right time to come together, to collaborate. With Strength in the reverse, it feels like... And the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I feel like there's some... This person has been humbled. I feel the person who is moving towards a soulmate has been humbled in some way with Strength in the reverse. And the Ten of Pentacles reversed, I think this person has really hit a dead end. Okay. It's like they had to go somewhere and hit rock bottom before they could come up. You know, it feels like that. Something in their life just stalled. Something in their life stalled. It's humbled them, right? And so now they're ready. They're ready for this. Whereas maybe something, I don't know, they just weren't ready before. It was blocked before, okay? It was blocked. Now's the right time. So let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Why is Five of Swords reversed? Three of Wands. This person may have had expectations in the past that differed from yours. They could have seen their future differently from yours, okay? But now they're not conflicted. They know that this is what they want. Let's look at the Empress reversed. The Eight of Pentacles. They put their work and their energy into something that was a dead end, okay? It was a relationship, with the Seven of Cups, it wasn't even real. They were working on something that may have looked good, right? And they may have thought it was going to lead to a lot, but it didn't. They were very focused on that. So I think it wasn't the right time, Sag, because this person was focused on something that was not you, okay? And so it wasn't the right time for this connection to come together in the past, you know? Let's look at this Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles. They've gotten over their fears about this. Let's see, what is this? The Chariot. Now they're ready to move forward, okay? Now this person knows what they want. They're very sure. Maybe in the past they weren't. And which is why I think this wouldn't have worked in the past. Because they were in two minds. Now let's look at the, what is this? The Eight of Pentacles. Let's look at Strength in the reverse. The Queen of Cups. And one more. The Nine of Pentacles. And Justice. With the Ten of Swords. Yeah, like I said, this person has been humbled. And now they're free, okay? They're free. They're legally free as well, I think, to give to you, okay? Whereas in the past they weren't. I think this person had to be humbled. It's like they were focused mainly on someone else or some other situation, could be a job. They put a lot of time and energy into that. And it didn't pan out. And now they had to be humbled because that had to end. And this person now finds himself free, okay? Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, the Two of Swords. In the past, they couldn't choose. You know, they weren't sure. Let's look at the Ten of Pentacles reversed. With the Five of Swords, they were very conflicted here, okay? But now that that's ended, it's like the choice has been made. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Some of you might feel a bit peeved that this person is coming back to you because something else in their life didn't pan out. But I think with the Wheel of Fortune, with Lovers and Justice, it is right. It is the right time now. This person had to go through this. You know, maybe so they could be a good partner for you, whatever, right? But it's the right time now, okay? So that's what I've got for you. That was pretty good, that was a pretty good reading. And let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn, what is the message for Capricorn? Freewheeling Friday message for Capricorn. Freewheeling Friday message for Capricorn. Freewheeling Friday message for Capricorn. The Lovers. The Five of Swords. And the Five of Wands with the Hierophant. Ooh. Okay. So there's a choice here, okay? There could be two people here, Capricorn. Maybe that you have to choose from. One could be the safe choice, the conventional choice, okay? And one could be more of a spiritual soulmate. With the Five of Swords, it feels like you're conflicted, okay? There's conflict here, maybe with other people telling you maybe that one person fits the bill, one person is suitable for you, you know, and not the other, but I feel like your heart is being drawn to the other, okay? So let's see. Capricorn, what's the message here for Capricorn? What is the message for Capricorn? Why are the lovers there? Why are the lovers here for Capricorn? Two of Cups reversed. Strength. Okay. So you want to make this happen, Capricorn. I think you want to go towards this lover, okay? It may take some courage on your part to make this choice, right? Maybe you have to break up with someone else in order to choose this person, the person who everyone is telling you is the right choice, okay? Because it's going to take courage, because there's a lot of there's people in the way. You know, even in this card with the Five of Swords, there's a lot of other people there, with the Five of Wands as well. So I think there's other people putting in their 2 bits and telling you to choose one person over the other. Okay, now let's look at this Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here for Capricorn? 10 of Swords. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed. You're conflicted. Maybe you have to end it with somebody, you know. With the Nine of Pentacles reversed, you're desperate to be free though. You do want to be free, but I think you're also afraid because maybe you realize that people are not going to support you, you know. And not only are they not going to support you, they might actually actively be trying to stop you. Let's look at this Five of Spears, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's a lot of fights, okay. There's a lot of conflict here that's spilling out into the open. I think it has to do with this lover, the soulmate. It's someone that these people don't know with the High Priestess there. They don't know this person. This person is elevated and above the fray, okay? This person is not involved with these other people. This person does not get into all these conflicts and drama. And these other people do. And I feel like this spiritual soulmate is the one that you're drawn to, but with the Hierophant, there's a more conventional choice that has been made here in the past, and I think everyone wants you to stick with that choice, even though you really don't want to. You know, I think with the Two of Cups reversed, you've lost feeling, or maybe there was never truly love, right? Maybe you got together with that person because everyone told you they were the right choice for you or something like that. But with strength, it's going to take courage here to make the choice and follow your own heart away from these other people. Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see. Let's look at strength. Why is strength there for Capricorn? Oh gosh, that's a lot. Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I think in order to go back, you know, to choose this spiritual soulmate of yours, you know you want to do this, you're very clear with Judgment. And it's going to take some courage to let people know, you know, what you've decided here. Let's look at this Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the Empress. Wow. So you really want to free yourself. I think you want to commit to this other person, the soulmate. Emperor, Empress. It could be even be a twin flame or something. Okay, like you're really meant to be together. That's the person you're meant to be with. Yeah, with the Six of Cups as well. Strong soulmate energy here. Okay. Let's look at the High Priestess. The Five of Cups. And the Six of Pentacles. I think the fact is that you miss this person, okay, you miss this lover, you've still got feelings for them with the Six of Pentacles, and you're drawn towards them, but there's a lot of conflict with these other people. Let's look at this Five of Wands reversed. The Hanged Man. And the Magician reversed. With the Lovers. Yeah, I think the fact that you can't be manipulated anymore, okay? The fact that you cannot be manipulated by these other people is what's causing the conflict. In the past, I think maybe you were led, okay, by what you believed was the right thing to do, or the right person, or your duties or something. But these people cannot use that to manipulate you anymore. And that's why there's a lot of conflict here, okay? You know who your true soulmate is and you want to be with them. Okay, so let's see. What is the message for Capricorn? Well, actually, I'm not going to get any advice here because I think it's, first of all, it's your choice. You've got free will. And I think with Judgment and the Ace of Swords, you do know. You do know what you want to do. And whatever you want to do, that's the right thing to do. Okay? So it's only about finding the courage to choose the soulmate. Okay? That's all there is to it. Okay, so that's you, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius? What's the message here? Freewheeling Friday message for Aquarius. What's the message for Aquarius? The Empress, the Magician, and the Ten of Spears. Okay, with the Knight of Spears. So I feel like you want to move quickly, okay, with this Knight of Spears. There's an opportunity here with the Empress, either a person or a job or something. It's a new life, it's something new, it's amazing. You wish to move towards this quickly. With the Magician, you want to make this happen, okay? And I think you feel with the Ten of Spears that it might ease your problems, okay? Like it's, yeah, it feels like you think that this opportunity or person is going to ease your life, okay, in some way, make it easier, okay? So let's see. Why is the Empress there for Aquarius? The Emperor, wow. Why is the Empress there? The Six of Swords and Knight of Wands. So I think you want to move back to someone you left behind, Aquarius, okay? Whatever this opportunity was, it was left behind. You may have moved on from it, but now you wish to go back because I think you recognize that this person is the right one, okay? Let's look at the Magician. Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. For some of you, you weren't interested in settling down with this person. You were not interested in being with this person, okay? You rejected a relationship with them. But now there's a recognition that that's the right person for you and you wish to go back, okay? Okay. Let's look at the Ten of Spears. Ooh. Star reversed. What is this? The Devil reversed. Let me get one more. The Queen of Wands with the Three of Cups reversed. Oh, some of you feel very burdened. With the Star reversed, now that's you, Aquarius. This is you not feeling yourself here, okay? It's feeling a little hopeless, feeling disillusioned. With that Devil reversed, it feels like you've lost some sort of vitality here, okay? With the Star reversed and the Devil reversed, something that had you in its thrall has sort of released you, okay? This Queen of Wands, perhaps. So I'm getting a feeling, Aquarius, with the Three of Cups reversed, I think we're talking about a third party, especially with the Knight of Spears here and the Devil. I think for some of you, you could have done this, or, you might be the Empress or whatever, so just place yourself wherever. But I feel like someone here moved quickly on from an Empress opportunity. They weren't interested in a family life with this person. They may have been enthralled to someone else, this Devil and the Queen of Wands, but now there's a recognition that they left the wrong person behind and they want to move back, okay? Okay, let's see here. Why is the Emperor there for Aquarius? Nine of Pentacles, Justice, and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you moved on from this person, you know. Let's look at the Six of Swords. Yeah, you were disinterested in a family life. Ten of Cups, Four of Cups, exactly here, okay. With that Knight of Wands, some of you did act impulsively. You acted on something that had you in its thrall. This Queen of Wands, can you feel like this? There was something very sexual with this person, and some of you just acted on that, okay, and moved on from someone who was actually the right person for you. Okay, let's look at that Star reversed. The Hanged Man. Now you see things differently. Time's passed by. I feel like this thing has released you from its hold. Let's look at the Devil reversed. Four of Pentacles. And the Five of Cups. And now it's left you with a whole lot of regret, you know, at leaving this person. Let's look at that Queen of Wands. Yeah, Ace of Wands. This is the person that you know, you may have run off with. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Some of you moved on from this person, okay, and now you wish to return. Okay, I mean, you wish to return to this Empress, that is. Okay, so that's you, Aquarius. Well, for those kind of situations, I don't want to get any outcome because it's entirely up to you, right? If this person returns to you, if they left you for someone else and they're returning, it's, you know, you have free will to decide what you want to do. Okay, so that's you. Let's move on to Pisces. What is the message here for Pisces? Pisces, what's the message? Freewheeling Friday message for Pisces. Freewheeling Friday message for Pisces. Nine of Swords. Ooh, Nine of Coins. And one more. Eight of Swords. With the Knight of Swords. Wow. So you may have heard something, Pisces, with the Knight of Swords. It's causing a hell of a lot of stress, anxiety, about being single, okay? So with the Eight of Swords, again, it's like feeling trapped, you know? Something you've heard has really gotten you in your head here. Okay. I don't think it's you who is this nine. Well, I don't know. Let me see. You know, because it feels like maybe someone else is single. I don't know. Let's see. I don't think this sort of an energy would be caught up in so much of worry. Let's see. Let's look at this Nine of Swords. Why is that there for Pisces? Six of Swords. There's a Nine of Swords there. And Judgment reversed. So there's anxiety here because someone is choosing to move on, perhaps, okay? With Judgment reversed, you may feel that this is not going in your favor. Yeah, I feel somebody wants to be single here and it's not you, okay? Or it has to do with this. Let's see. You think this is a wrong decision. Let's look at the Nine of Coins. The Knight of Swords. And the Six of Coins. Yeah, I think once you've heard this, okay? Maybe that somebody wants to be free with the Knight of Swords. It's a harsh truth about their feelings. Okay, let's look at the Eight of Swords. The Empress reversed. And what is the Eight of Swords there? The Nine of Swords and the Four of Wands. Yeah, so I think for some of you, with the Nine of Wands reversed, I think someone's giving up the fight here on this relationship. They made their feelings clear, right? They wish to be single, right, and give to themselves. And you think this is a really bad decision. You're in your head about this. With this Empress reversed, you know, you see a dead end for this connection, okay? Maybe it's someone you live with in a home and you're trying to get over your fears about this, but with that Eight of Swords, I don't think you're really succeeding, okay? Okay, okay, let's see. Pisces. What's the message for Pisces? Okay, let's look at that Judgment reversed. The Magician. And one more. The Four of Pentacles. So you think this is a wrong decision, okay? This person moving on, and you could be trying to hold on to them with this Magician and the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Look at the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's look at that Six of Swords. Why is the Six of Swords there? Nine of Swords. Yeah, this person's movement is causing a lot of stress. And the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, this person is a spouse, okay? And you could be thinking that they're making a wrong decision in moving towards a Queen of Wands, okay? And you could be trying to manipulate this person. Something like that. Let's look at this Knight of Swords. And for some of you, I'm also getting, you could be worried about, like you wanted to be this person's spouse, okay? Maybe you are a Queen of Wands and you wanted to be this person's spouse and you come to see that they're not moving on or something. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. The Devil. And the Eight of Coins. See how this person's turned the back on the Devil? I'm beginning to think that this may be a third party, okay, for some of you, where this person whose energy this is, it may be you, Pisces. This person is the third party, okay, and they are stressed because, let's look at that Six of Coins. Yeah, the Empress. See, they thought that this was going to grow, this was going to lead to something new, that both of you were on the same page, and it's not happening. Yeah, Two of Swords. See, now it's like unclear, okay? Okay. I'm going to get one more card on Judgment reversed. What's up there? The Hierophant. Yeah, they're holding on to the head. So that's what I was getting. I feel this is a third party person who is stressed, okay? Because this person is still holding on to their commitment and the third party feels this is a wrong move with Judgment reversed. This person is focused on turning their back on this temptation. Okay. Now let's look at this Empress reversed. Seven of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah, the fact that this person is planning to walk away from this, it's hit a dead end. I feel, Pisces, if this is you, you may have thought that this relationship was going to lead to something more. Maybe you thought they were going to lead their spouse, okay, and they're not. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the High Priestess. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Yeah, the Chariot. They're moving on. They're moving on from a secret someone, okay. Yeah, this person is giving up on this relationship. Yeah, we got death beneath that, okay. So I think it's got you in your feels. But don't think you're the spouse here, okay? I mean, this energy is the energy of somebody who is probably the other person in the connection. Let's look at that Devil. Three of Wands. Yeah, there was an expectation here, that somebody was going to become single and leave their commitment, and that's not happening, okay? And for some of you, if you are the other person, you could be tempted to manipulate this person, but I don't think it's going to work, okay? I feel in the Empress reversed, it is a dead end. Because this person is giving it up. Okay. Well, let's see. What's the advice here? I mean, it's a tricky situation. Let's see. What is the best advice for this person? What's the best advice here for this person? The Fool and Judgment. I think this third party is being encouraged to take a leap of faith in another direction. Okay, not hang on to this relationship, to have this realization. Yeah, because we have the Priestess again beneath that. So I think it's about having the realization that this situation is not going to pan out. It's a dead end, right? This person is not leaving their spouse. So it's about going off in another direction. Okay. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Pisces. Let's move on to Aries. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, these are all general readings. Okay, they're not going to apply to everybody. So if it doesn't sound like your situation, you can always check your other placements. And if it doesn't resonate at all, please don't force it to fit. Okay. Okay. Aries. What is the Freewheeling Friday message for Aries? Freewheeling Friday message for Aries. Message for Aries. The Emperor. Wow, first card out. Okay. Message for Aries. Six of Spears. Ooh, with the Knight of Pentacles. So Aries, you're very much in control here. Okay, you're in control. You decide what you want to work on. Okay, who you want to be with. With the Six of Wands, many of you are enjoying a lot of success here. With the Three of Cups, maybe, you know, the success recognition from peers. So if this is in the realm of work, you guys are really successful. Okay, celebrated, right? Like there's promotions, there's acclaim, you know, for some of you in the realm of work, maybe. Okay, let's see. And if it's your private life, then I feel you're in control of that as well. And you're just having like a really good time celebrating. Okay, let's see. Okay. Aries, what's the message here for Aries? Why is the Emperor there for Aries? Ace of Swords reversed and the Ten of Pentacles. Gosh, okay. I'm going to give one more card. Why is the Emperor there? And the Fool. Ooh, with the Emperor reversed. Okay. Oh no, this is the shadow side, right, of the Emperor. The Emperor reversed. So, some of you could be a little arrogant here with all the Six of Wands, Three of Cups energy, you know. It's, some of you could be feeling a little arrogant, okay. Not seeing things clearly with that Ace of Swords. You know, it's possible if this is in the realm of work and you're thinking of taking a leap of faith away from something that has been successful for you, there may be things you're not seeing clearly. Okay, you could be a little arrogant and not seeing stuff clearly because you're getting carried away with this energy of the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups, you know. Okay, that's just for some people. Let me see. Why is the Six of Spears here? Strength. Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, I think it's about... Strength is also about taming your pride, right? With the Page of Swords reversed, it feels like not learning the lesson. Okay, so for some of you, yeah, I'm getting like an arrogant energy. And some of you could be just addicted to acclaim, you know, to winning, and you're not learning the lesson. Okay, so you could be about to take a fall here with this Fool, you know. Let's look at the Way of Cups. Four of Pentacles reversed, the Tower reversed, and ooh, the Sun reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed. Gosh, okay, Four of Pentacles reversed. This is about letting go of stuff, right? With the Tower reversed, there could be, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that maybe something, Aries, for some of you, you could be about to take a fall here, okay? Something you don't see coming, something that could leave you very disappointed. You could be taking a fall. And it's because you're not learning the lesson. Some of you are a little arrogant, or you're not taming your ego here. So if it's in the realm of work, you could be ready to go into something risky because you know, you think that you can do it, or you're the person to do that job or something. There's some sort of ego around it, and you could be, not seeing how unfulfilling the situation would be. Okay, so that's for some of you. And if it's in love, I think also you're not seeing something clearly. And if you're planning to take a leap of faith away from family, then you don't see that situation clearly. Okay, and you could be listening to your ego, letting your ego do all the talking, right? Not learning the lesson of when you need to hold back or rein it in. And some of you could be moving to a third party, and that's going to be a tower. Okay. Okay. So either way, yeah, with the Five of Cups, I think there's a lot to regret here. I'm getting that you could take a fall. Okay. Let's see. Why is the Ace of Swords in the reverse there for Aries? Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's something you don't see here. Maybe you're not asking the right questions as well. The Queen of Swords upright is an energy of demanding answers, seeing the truth. You don't see the truth here with the Queen of Swords reversed, okay? For some of you, if you're involved in a third party, you don't recognize that this person is vindictive, okay? Yeah, I'm getting, for some of you, this is a relationship. You don't see that this third party person, who you may have moved to as an ego stroke, is vindictive. Let's look at the Fool. Yeah, the Ten of Cups. You could be sacrificing family here, okay, in order to take this leap of faith, and it could really backfire. Let's look at Strength. Four of Swords. There's a time to take a break, right, and really think about this with the Four of Swords, and also just to quieten your thoughts. It's not a time to, the Six of Wands, it feels like being out there getting attention. It's a time to be introverted and think. Okay, let's look at that Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, Seven of Cups. Not learning the lesson, not realizing what is true, not seeing the truth. Okay, so maybe Aries, it's possible some of you, if you have had other third parties as well, or even just other partners, you maybe you don't see them clearly. Okay, with a Queen of Swords reversed, maybe you don't see their characteristics until it's like too late. Okay, you don't learn the lesson. Maybe you're carried away with how they look or how they appear. Like you go for the people who look really good. Okay, with that Six of Wands, you don't learn the lesson that it's gloss, right? Okay, let's look at the Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, Ace of Wands. It's you gotta let that go, really. Let's look at the Tower reversed. Page of Pentacles. I think if you start this, it's a Tower waiting to happen. If you move towards this third party situation, it's a Tower waiting to happen. Let's look at the Sun reversed. Yeah, Tower waiting to happen. This is what you don't see, like I said, right? It's the Tower. Let's look at the Nine of Cups reversed. The Empress. Who is your counterpart? You're not, you're going to be disappointed. Yeah, if you move on from this Empress energy, if it's somebody in the house with you, you're going to be disappointed. Okay. Yeah. Because you're getting carried away, maybe by how this third party looks. Like maybe they're in your friends group and you're partying together and they look really good, they get a lot of attention, but you're not seeing beyond that. Okay, that's what I'm getting, and it could lead to a lot of regret. So be careful, either in a job or a relationship. Make sure you have all the facts. Don't let something pander to your ego. Even if it's a job, right, it might look really good on the surface. And you might think, wow, it's got a huge title and it's, whatever, it's fancy, but really it's not all that. Okay. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Aries. So be careful here. Okay, I'll get a card for you though, just to see what can Aries best do in this situation. What's the best step for Aries to take in this situation? Ten of Wands reversed with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I think it's it's don't drop whatever you have, okay, in order to go to this new thing, because like I said, there's a potential to regret it. So think long and hard. Okay, so that's Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Taurus, what's the message for Taurus? What is the message here for Taurus? What's the message for Taurus? Six of Swords. Message for Taurus. Four of Wands, wow, with the Eight of Swords. So Taurus, you're in your head here with the Eight of Swords. Some of you may feel like you're trapped, okay? You want to move on with the Six of Swords. With the Sun, there's clarity, you know, it feels like happiness. And with the Four of Wands, it could be a relationship, okay? But maybe you feel like you're trapped or you can't do this for some reason. Let's see. So some of you could be about moving into a home, right? And you feel like you can't do it. Okay. Taurus. What's the message for Taurus? Where's the Six of Swords there? Knight of Swords reversed and the King of Wands reversed. So some of you want to move on, but you feel like you can't express that, okay? Because I think with this Knight of Swords, you can see when it's upright, it feels like something that is going to wound someone else. I think some of you feel that this movement is going to hurt someone, okay? And so you don't feel like you can do it. You feel like you're trapped, okay? Let's look at the Sun. The Empress reversed and the Tower. I think it's clear to you that you'd have to end a situation that is very stale, extremely stale, okay? You'd have to end that. It's clear to you in order to be happy, but you don't feel like you can do it because you're going to have to hurt someone. Let's look at the Four of Spears, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. Yeah, you're taking a look at this. You're very focused. And you know, you've been holding back from making this decision, but I think you can see the Grim Reaper creeping up. You won't be able to hold back for much longer. Let's look at that. I'm going to get one more card on the Sun. Yeah, Death. See, you know that you'd have to end that situation and it's going to be scary. Let's look at the Four of Wands. There's a Four of Wands there for Taurus. Yeah, the Hierophant, here you are. With the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So you're not feeling it with someone. You may feel like you're stuck with somebody, okay? Oh yeah, Queen of Cups reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed. Gosh. I think you feel like you're stuck with someone and there could be some emotional manipulation. Like maybe this person breaks into tears the moment you hint at leaving, okay? Yeah, like this person might start crying or turn on the waterworks when you hint at leaving, okay? But it's emotional manipulation here. It is emotional. And so you don't feel like you can say what you have to. You don't feel like you can say that you want to move on, even though it's a real dead-end situation for you that you'd like to end, you know. Okay, let's look at this Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, King of Wands. See, you need to be confident to deliver this news and you don't feel like you are. Let's look at that King of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands. Some of you, you know, there may be somebody you wish to move towards, okay? And You don't feel like you can. You feel like you're stuck here. Yeah. And so you feel like you've got to move on from this person. Let's look at the Empress reversed. The Four of Wands. Yeah, some of you in a home that is very stale. There's nothing happening there. And I feel with the Empress reversed, it is, you know, with that Queen of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, it's like you're stuck with a partner who is not pulling their weight, who's not loyal maybe to you, who's emotionally manipulative, okay? Someone who can't look after themselves as well. And so you feel like you're stuck there. Let's look at the Tower. Five of Cups. And the Five of Wands. Yeah, you don't want to get into conflict with this person because I think they're very manipulative. So they will start, they might start, you know, like turning on the waterworks. So let's look at Death. Page of Cups. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to stop. You know, for some of you, you may have children with this person, okay, and that could be stopping you from an ending. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles there. Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think you're going to stop. You want, you know, the period of holding back from whatever it is you want is coming to an end. That's what I'm getting, okay? You are going to go for this other person. Let's look at the Hermit. Temperance and the Four of Cups. Yeah, you're not interested anymore in trying to keep the peace with this person, okay? I think this is a difficult energy that you're dealing with. It's a difficult feminine energy. They're just not loyal. They're emotionally manipulative. With the Empress reverse, they can't look after themselves. If you've got kids, maybe you have to look after the kids, okay? It's like that. And you're not happy keeping the peace there, okay? Let's look at the Hierophant. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. You are going to free yourself. You will find the courage to tell this person, okay? And I guess that's right, because with the Empress reversed, it feels like it's not the right thing for you. It is a dead end, okay? And this person is trying to use your kindness, use your soft-hearted side to keep you stuck there, okay? That's what I'm getting. Ooh, Taurus. Okay, that's you. Let's move on to... Who's next? Gemini. Yeah. So just knew as the Empress reversed to come out a lot. I mean, we are in Libra season, but yeah, I don't know. We did just have an eclipse, right, in Virgo, just a couple of days ago, a new moon eclipse. So maybe it's situations that are an Empress reversed energy in your life, like not going anywhere, a stalemate, it's time to like eclipse that out, okay? Okay, let's see, what is Gemini? What's the message here for Gemini? Freewheeling Friday, message for Gemini. What's the message here for Gemini? Five of Wands. Five of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Gosh, Gemini. Okay. With Strength at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of conflict around you, Gemini, with the Five of Spears, with the Five of Swords. It's feeling confused, feeling just very confused about what to do here, because there's a lot of people who are picking fights with you, and with the Eight of Swords, again, feeling trapped, feeling stuck. I don't know, with Strength though, this, whatever you want to do is going to require some courage. We have the Fool beneath that. Maybe you need to take a leap of faith, or you want to go off on a different journey, and these people around you don't approve, okay? Okay, let's see. Gemini, what's the message here for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini? Why is the Five of Spears there for Gemini? Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're reassessing who you want to collaborate with, what you want to work on, you know. And who you want to give to. And I think that's giving, that's creating a lot of conflict. Well, let's look at the Five of Swords. The Page of Cups and the Nine of Swords. You're conflicted. You need to conquer your fears here. With the Page of Cups, it's moving towards whatever it is you want. Okay. And with the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck, there's a need to see something differently here. Maybe it's time to let these people go if they don't support you, right? Let's look at the Eight of Swords. Four of Swords reversed, and one more. Eight of Cups, yeah. You want to walk away, okay? You do want to walk away, and I think you feel trapped at the moment. You've had a realization that you want to walk away, but these people are trying to stop you. I feel like these people are trying to stop you from walking away because they don't agree with you. But you need to have courage here and see the situation differently. Oh yeah, we've got the world beneath that. So you are being encouraged to go off and have this fool's journey, okay? And I'm just getting the energy that, you know, maybe these people can't go with you. So if these are unsupportive friends or family members, it's time to cut them loose, okay? That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. Let's see. Gemini, what's the message? Okay, let's look at the Seven of Pentacles. Star reversed. Yeah, you're starting to lose hope. You're second guessing yourself because of this conflict. With the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the High Priestess and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, when it comes to collaborations, you're keeping it secret. You want to walk away, okay? I think these people are guessing. These people know that you want to walk away, even though you're not talking about it. I don't think you're talking about this. But they know. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, they feel very betrayed by the fact that you're leaving. But with the Star reversed, you know, you're losing hope in this situation. It seems like it's a lot of conflict. Nothing's panning out. And you know that you can't make this work. Okay. Let's look at the Nine of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you need to get over your fears about being a team player if this is a job that isn't working out. Okay. If you've got this kind of combative energy at work where you can't get anything done, it's time to get over your fears or any misplaced loyalty you might have there. Let's look at the Four of Swords reversed. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you've had time to think about this, okay? And now you're ready to come out. Yeah, the Hermit, right? You're focused on what it is you want. Let's look at the Eight of Cups. The Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups. You know, that's the thing. I mean, you know, with the Four of Swords reversed, right? It's like you're very focused now on what you want. But when it comes to walking away, you're still confused and thinking about this, you know, which is why with Strength, you really need to just go for it, to not overthink it, okay? And I mean, you're Gemini, you're ruled by Mercury, you will be overthinking, that's your ruler, but it's time to break free of that pattern, see things differently, right? Recognize that these people are holding you back, maybe, okay? That's what I've got for you there. Let's see if we can get some advice. What is the best advice here for Gemini? What's the best advice for Gemini in this situation? Ace of Swords. Clarity. And you already know that. I think you know what it is you truly want. Don't listen to your fears and don't let your fears stop you from following your truth, okay? And with Strength, it's the courage to follow your truth and to speak up, okay? These people are just noise. It's like noise standing in the way, you know? Yeah, that's what I'm getting, okay? Okay, so that's you, Gemini, and let's move on to, because Geminis are ruled by Mercury and you're like very clear thinkers, okay, so don't let fear and confusion stop you or derail you. Okay, let's move on to Cancer. My throat is getting so dry. Okay, Cancer, what's the message for Cancer? Freewheeling Friday message for Cancer. Freewheeling Friday message for Cancer. Knight of Cups, okay. The Hanged Man and Three of Cups. With the Five of Pentacles, okay. So someone's coming towards you, Cancer, with this Knight of Cups. They feel differently. They could be seeking a reconciliation here, okay. With this Five of Coins, I feel it's someone who shunned you or ghosted you, right? It feels like you were just left out. But they feel differently about this and they're seeking some kind of reconciliation. They want to bring you back in, bring you back into a circle of friends. For some of you, this could be a friend who cut you off, right? And now wants you to, yeah, like bring you back, okay? Let's see. Cancer. What's the message here for Cancer? Why is the Knight of Cups there for Cancer? What is this? Eight of Swords reversed. King of Wands reversed. And the Knight of Swords reversed. With the Seven of Swords. So this person did something sneaky. There was some deception here and they're coming to apologize. Okay, you were cut out or you were shunned. They're getting over their fears now. With this King of Wands reversed, I feel this person may not have been very confident in the past, but also could have been a little mean because of that, okay? Right, like sometimes the meanest people are the ones who are actually not confident, okay? They just lash out. With this Knight of Swords reversed, they may have said something harsh to you, and I think they are coming back trying to apologize now. Let's look at the Hanged Man. Where's the Hanged Man? The Fool. Three of Wands reversed. And the Nine of Cups. So they feel differently about the situation. They're coming back. They're willing to take a leap of faith. With the Fool, I feel it's a leap of faith because this person left you out with this Five of Pentacles. They said something harsh. So they really don't know what's waiting for them, right? And so, yeah, they feel like they want to give this a go. With the Three of Wands reversed, I feel this person... It feels like they don't... It almost feels like there's nothing else out there for them, okay? With the Nine of Cups. They don't feel like there's anything else out there for them. And so they now feel that it's like they want to reconnect with you now. This is what they desire now. But it's because they feel like there's nothing else out there. Ooh, okay. So if it's a relationship, I mean, this person could feel like they have no other options. Okay, let's look at the Three of Cups. The Magician. The Page of Pentacles. And Judgment. Yeah, with the Devil reversed. See, this person is trying to reconnect with you. I don't like their energy though, I've got to say. They want to reconnect, but they are a magician energy. Okay, Gemini, Virgo. It's I feel this person is coming to you because they're being very manipulative, okay? With the Devil reversed, I feel this person may be somebody who has had many third parties. if it's in the realm of relationship, and they now see that there's nothing else out there, okay, like their options may have dried up, and so now they're willing to take a chance on you, okay. Ooh, okay. And if it's a friend as well, it's like they don't have other friends now, or they need new friends, something like that, and they're coming back to you. Let's look at the 8 of Swords reversed. There's the 8 of Swords reversed there. 2 of Swords and the World. See, this person isn't sure how to, whether you will give them another chance with the world. But they're getting over their fears about that. It's almost like desperation is making them get over their fears. Let's look at that King of Wands reversed. What's the King of Wands in the reverse there? Knight of Pentacles. I feel this person is more of a knight energy. They're not very confident, okay? Although they are prone to lashing out. They can lash out and say mean things at times, but they're not the most confident person. Let's look at the Knight of Swords reversed. Temperance. Yeah, they'd like to come towards you and smooth things over with you. This is someone who wants to reconnect after shunning you. Now let's look at the Fool. Three of Cups. See? Let's look at the Fool again. That's too many. 3 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. This may be somebody who left you even for a third party, okay, for some of you. Like they could have gone off and been really harsh. But now it's like the options have dried up or something and they're coming back towards you. Let's look at the 3 of Wands reversed. 8 of Wands. See, so that's why they're moving very quickly to come towards you with this offer. They don't see anything else out there for them, okay? Let's look at the 9 of Cups. 10 of, oof, they really this is what they want. They want stability in their life. Cancer, the 9 of Cups there. King of Wands. See, this person wants stability, okay? That's their wish. They don't see an option to be with anyone else. So this may be someone who even left your connection for a third party. Something and something they regret now, okay? Because maybe it didn't work out with that third party. And now there's nobody else on the horizon, so they're like coming back. Let's look at the Magician. 4 of Cups. Queen of Wands. Yeah, 4 of Wands. Ace of, this is somebody who left you for someone else, okay? With the 4 of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. But they're coming back. And it doesn't have to be a masculine. Like these energies, it's not gender specific. So it could be male or female, whatever, right? But this is someone who left you for someone else. Their options have dried up and they're coming back. Let's look at Judgment. Tower, yeah. They're coming back suddenly here with the Page of Pentacles, this little sorry, right? And a little reach out, trying to reconnect, trying to relight the fire. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you. Let's see if we can get some advice for you. What is the advice here for Cancer? Or the person being approached here? What's the best advice for the person being approached here? What is the best advice for the person who's being approached? What's the best advice for the person being approached here? Nine of Swords and the Devil. Yeah, I think, you know what? Remember this person's toxicity, okay? If they left you for third parties, remember that, right? Yeah, and here I'm not getting that you should get over your fears of being with this person. I almost feel like slaying the demon, Slaying the demon, which is maybe this person. Okay, I mean, I don't know. They're not coming with the best energy, and I feel this is someone who rejected you for someone else. You know, it's like they saw the grass was greener and they went off there, and now that that's not worked out the way they want, they're rushing back to make some kind of apology here. Yeah, just be very careful. Okay, so that's Cancer. Let's move on to Leo, Virgo, and then I think we're done. Okay. Leo, what's the message for Leo? Leo, what's the message here for Leo? Freewheeling Friday message for Leo. What is the message here for Leo? Strength, wow. Judgment. And the Three of Spheres with the Seven of Swords. Leo, this is you right out the gate. I think it's telling you to face your fears here with strength, you know. Maybe there's something you've done or there's something you're thinking of doing that is a little shady, okay. And with judgment, I think it's to remember that you're a person with integrity, right? And to face the music with the Three of Spears, okay? It's like facing the music. Okay. Okay, face the music, Leo. Let's look at strength. Where's strength there for Leo? Justice in the reverse and the Moon. Yeah, it's something was unfair here, right? Something was a little shady. With the Moon, it's almost like a cover-up, and it's urging you to, you know, to have integrity here, okay? To do the right thing with strength. Let's look at Judgment. Ten of Pentacles. What's Judgment there for Leo? The Devil, wow. Yeah, there's a time to, you know, have some kind of exercise your judgment here, right? Recognize that maybe things that come with this security are a little toxic, okay? Something is unfair, something is toxic. You're being asked to exercise your judgment and face the music. Let's look at the Three of Spears, the World, and the Star reversed. It's to face the music, okay? It may mean closing out chapters. With the Star reversed, you could be worried about this, okay? You could be feeling a little hopeless about facing this music. You know, I'm getting a bit of a whistleblower energy as well for some people. For some of you, this is in the realm of work or something. There could be things that are shady that are going on there. Things that are unfair, even illegal for some of you, okay? It could even be hidden illegal things. And you're being urged to have the courage to do the right thing. To recognize that if it's like a company or something, there could be toxic stuff there, okay? Toxic, illegal things. And you could be afraid of what your future is going to hold for you if you blow the whistle, okay? But with the World, it's about completing that, okay? Yeah. Try not to lose hope though, okay? And if it's a relationship, then there's family that's really toxic here. And maybe codependent, and it's about having the awakening about that. And some of you may want to do something a little shady, like, you know, you may want to go for a divorce, but you're not speaking up about it, okay? You may want to part ways from this toxic family. But with the Seven of Swords, you could be tempted to do this a little slyly, and it's about facing the music, you know? Do it the right way, right? There's a right way. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. Now, let's look at justice reversed for Leo. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, you may want to be solo. You may want to get away from a commitment or, a relationship or a company or whatever. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, especially if it's at work, or a relationship, whatever, you're trying to move towards becoming single, okay? But I think you're keeping that very quiet with the Seven of Swords. Let's look at the Moon. Yeah, the Magician. So you're trying to work behind the scenes here. Yeah. Maybe you're afraid of conflict. So you're working undercover, okay? Some of you are working undercover. Yeah, I mean, maybe one person is. I just got that message. For somebody, you may be working undercover, okay? In a very toxic environment, right? You're there to whistleblow, something like that. But in the realm of relationships, I think you are hiding this, that you want to be free, that you want to start some sort of legal proceedings. You're hiding that because you're afraid that it's going to result in a lot of conflict. Let's look at the Devil. Yeah, the Lovers. You want to make the right choice here, okay? There's a Devil there for Leo. Yeah, Knight of Cups. You want to follow your heart, make the right choice, away from this toxic, codependent family, job, whatever. Let's look at the World. The Star and the High Priestess. You've got secret desires here, okay? And for some of you, you've also desired secrecy, okay? So it's like, as I said, if some of you are there to whistleblow, then obviously, or you're working as an informant, I don't know, I just got that message, so it must be for someone. Then obviously you desire secrecy, and this could end, right? Like everyone will come to know your role, something like that. And it could be filling you with dread. Okay, let's look at the Star reversed. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, that you'll be seen to have betrayed people. Okay, let's look at the Star reversed. The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, let's look at the Star reversed. And the Six of Wands. You're seen to be a certain way, right? You have a position. Seem to be loyal, whatever, and you feel like you won't have this, okay, or something like this, and you're tempted to be sneaky, a little sneaky here. If this is a relationship, then there's someone you want to go towards in secret with the High Priestess and the Star, and you're losing hope. Maybe that like when you look out to your future, you don't see this panning out, okay, or you're not optimistic or something. Maybe this person is not seen as a suitable partner for you or whatever by your family. It could be. And so some of you could be tempted to be a little sneaky, but I think you're being urged to, with strength and judgment, to have the courage, okay, to not be sneaky. That's kind of what I'm getting. Okay, let's see. What is the message here for Leo? Or the best course of action to take for Leo? Yeah, King of Pentacles, it's about do what's best for you, okay? Do what's best for you with the King of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles reversed. Now, I think that is this new opportunity that you wish to go towards, okay? Like, so if it's a relationship, you're worried how this person is going to be seen, like your partner. You think maybe that they won't be seen as a good spouse, right? Like with the Star reversed, you don't feel that other people will see this person as a good choice, okay, or something like that. Well, it's about not caring what they think, right? Do what you want with the King of Pentacles, go for it. If you want to commit to that person, then do it, okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, so that's Leo. Let's move on to Virgo, our last read. Okay. Message for Virgo. Message for Virgo. Not new moon. What am I going to say? Freewheeling Friday. Sorry, I was just thinking of the new moon in Virgo, but yeah, it's a Freewheeling Friday message for Virgo. What's the message here for Virgo? Message for Virgo. Judgment. King of Pentacles. And one more. Queen of Coins. Wow. With the 8 of Cups. Wow, Virgo. So it's about having the realization here, right, of commitments you've made, maybe who's the right partner for you, and of wanting to leave things behind that aren't quite suited, you know. Okay. Sorry, these cards are a little mixed up. Let me see. Normally I don't really bother to sort it out because I feel like that's the message that's meant to come out, but I don't know why right now I'm feeling compelled to sort it out. Okay. Gosh, okay. Just 2 minutes. Sort this out. Okay. I don't know why I felt compelled to do that for you. Okay. Let's see. Message for Virgo. Message. Sort of moment. Okay. Message for Virgo. Okay. Why is judgment there for Virgo? Why is judgment there for Virgo? The Hanged Man, the 5 of Swords, with the Hierophant. So you were conflicted in the past, Virgo, okay, regarding a decision. You've had some kind of awakening with this Hanged Man. Maybe someone helped you. Okay, maybe somebody you really value, whose advice you value, has helped you see something differently. Maybe this is just the divine giving you inspiration. You were conflicted about this because I feel with the Hierophant, there was some kind of traditional commitment maybe at stake. Maybe you had to choose a partner. Okay, let's look at this King of Coins. Where's the King of Coins there for Virgo? 6 of Cups. Where's the King of Coins there? And the 2 of Swords. Yeah, maybe you were unclear, you know. For some of you, there may have been a longing for someone in your past. Maybe you just aren't sure about this commitment. Let's look at the Queen of Coins. 9 of Swords. The World reversed. And one more. The Devil reversed. With the 7 of Swords. So someone from your past, okay, that you are thinking of, But you're conflicted as well. With this Nine of Swords, there's a lot of worry, maybe about moving towards this person. With the World reversed, it feels like unfinished business. With the Devil reversed, it's getting over your fears. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Message for Virgo. Okay, let's look at this Hanged Man. Ooh, King of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I feel like someone's helping you see that you should take action towards something that, it could be someone that you thought wouldn't be a suitable spouse, or this person wasn't seen as relationship material, but now you're being urged to look at that again. Okay, you were conflicted in the past. Let's look at this Five of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. There was an opportunity with this person, but you conflicted. Let's look at that Five of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, maybe it was a big change, okay, and you weren't ready for that. Maybe this opportunity, with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels fated and destined, but at the same time, it may have been a question of timing, or it just seemed like a big change, and at the time you were conflicted. Okay, so you maybe didn't go for this. This person was not seen as a suitable opportunity, but now you're revisiting that. Let's look at the Six of Cups. Nine of Swords and the Chariot. I think there's guilt for moving on from this person from your past. Okay. Let's look at the Two of Swords. Where's the Two of Swords there? Four of Wands. See, you weren't sure if this would be a stable connection. With that Three of Pentacles reversed, you didn't know if this could lead to stability. Okay. Let's look at that Two of Swords. And Justice. And now you're not sure how to return to this person and make things right. That's what I feel. Okay, let's look at that Nine of Swords. Yeah, Two of Swords World. You're not sure how to restart things with this person. Let's look at the World reversed. I feel like this was meant to result in a successful completion with the World, with the King of Coins and the Queen of Coins. I think this person, and Judgment, I think you were meant to see that this was the right person, but you didn't. Let's look at that World reversed. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. See, the right person for you to commit to was this person, the Queen of Coins. With Strength, you were meant to recognize this. You were meant to have the good judgment and courage to follow your own instincts. Okay, because you were conflicted here in the past, but this is the right person. See, it required a commitment from you to successfully complete this out. Now let's look at the Devil reversed. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. And one more. Death. So you had to get over your fears. Okay. You had to get over your fears. With this Ten of Pentacles and Death, maybe there had to be an end to pleasing family, or worrying about what family would think of this person. Okay, because it feels like maybe you thought for some reason that they were not a suitable partner. I'm not sure why. Let's look at that. Let's look at that Three of Pentacles reversed. Why is that there? The Hierophant. See, you thought they were not suitable commitment material. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. I don't know, you could have had some kind of wrong impression about this person, okay? Some kind of wrong knowledge that they would not be the right person for you, which wasn't correct. See, I feel with the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, this was a great opportunity for you to meet your match, and you passed it up. You didn't complete the cycle, okay? So it's unfinished business now. Now you're worried about going back to this person. I'm going to get a card on that Seven of Swords. You know, I think the Eight of Cups, you walked away from them. Let's look at the Seven of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you held back from this person. There's a Seven of Swords there. The Fool. You held back from taking a leap of faith with this person who may have been seen to be risky for some reason. Okay, for some reason this person was seen as risky and you thought that they were not a good fit. Turns out though they're the perfect partner for you. Okay, so that's what I got for you, Virgo. Well, I mean, I don't know if I should pull any advice because it seems pretty clear that the thing to do is to move towards this person, but it's entirely up to you. Okay, it's up to you. Let me get a card on how you can best approach this person. How can this King of Coins best approach the Queen of Coins? Three of Swords. Yeah, and this Three of Swords is all about mending the heartache. You've hurt this person, okay? You have hurt this person. If you deem them unworthy in the past and you moved on from them, you have hurt them. And I think with the Seven of Pentacles, there's a need to think about how you're going to fix that, okay? Maybe you need to address the heartache. I don't think you can gloss over it, okay? So that's what I've got for you, and yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that reading. Do tell me in the comments if anything resonates. I'd love to hear from you, and do hit like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, costs nothing and it helps the channel, and I'll see you next time.